Everybody, Kuso6rande, the Bad Video Game Tournament, is here to make you enjoy other people's suffering. And simply put, we couldn't suffer without you. So much appreciated to all the people who support pain at this channel. You know what? We don't really have time. I would normally run an ad, but I'm running low on time today. We want to get things started as quickly as possible for the last match. So please welcome on in our GM, if I change things correctly, Tristan. Tristan, I want to chat. Hey, how you doing?
Hello.
Yes, you're here. Right. Yeah.
Yes.
Hey, I am. Tristan, good to see you. How are you doing?
I'm doing all right. Getting this set up was a little bit of a tribulation. We had some problems, and I'm gonna take that out on them in the form of a terrible video game.
Oh, cool. What game is it?
So I'm doing something extremely uncharacteristic. I'm bringing us a sports game.
What?
And I'm also bringing us a game on a platform I don't think we've ever had before, in the form of the Neo Geo Pocket Color game, Cool Borders Pocket.
Cool Borders Pocket. Okay. You're right. We do not have sports games too often. In fact, I feel like I've given out the most sports games out of it, like anybody here. Why? I don't know. I don't really like sports games, but some of them are just very appealing. However, you're also the person who brought us... Did you bring us... What's that one stupid game on Game Gear, Game Advance, GBA?
No Rules Get Fat? That was not me.
Well, it should have been you, because that game sucks.
Nope, that wasn't me. This is just... I came across it. I've kind of gone on a crusade to try to break up some of the extended combos of platformers we get every now and then, which it's fine. Platformers produce some quality kusoge, but every now and then I want something a little different. And this is definitely different, and this is painful.
Yeah, I actually really agree with that. I try to look at different genres and see what would be reasonable to give out, and whenever we get a non-typical genre, I get excited. And simply put, I didn't know there was a mobile Neo Geo device.
Yeah,
but apparently there is.
Depending on what you believe, what resource you believe, this was either the second to last or the last game on it.
Oh my gosh!
This may have killed the platform.
Well, I would probably, you don't blame the final stab for killing the... Wait, this is a bad comparison. You don't blame... I'm trying to think. Like, the final episode of Alf isn't what killed Alf, It was all the cat eating earlier. That's what killed Alf. Too much cholesterol. There, that's a better comparison, Okay, speechless. I know, my illusions are just so good.
A little bit. I was also reading the match chat as people are drawing comparisons, and I think a comparison that one of the racers has made from seeing the attract screen that I very strongly agree with is that this is a whole lot like Ski Free, except I went a little bit further into it. I would say this game is a whole lot like Ski Free if the developers saw the Yeti at the end of the course that like auto kills you and went, hey, let's make that a mechanic all through the game.
Oh no. Oh no. Oh yes. Oh, I like that. Okay, that's gonna be a lot of fun. Everybody, this is Cool Borders for the Neo Geo Pocket Color XL, whatever the crap. Cool Borders. I love that the specific system title is actually longer than the game title.
Yeah, I just... It happens.
Yeah.
For the Neo Geo whatever the crap, yeah.
Yep, that's what we've got. Well, let me go ahead and transition over. I want to hear this game's music, see what it's like. Goodbye, Rystar. You are perfect the way you are, okay? I swear that's what you are. Perfect.
Everyone in match chat is talking about ski free, and I don't think they fully grasp how ski free they're about to get.
You're probably right, because I definitely don't.
Mm-hmm.
Well, everybody, here's the game. Cool Borders Pocket. Oh, jeez. This is going to be something special. Let me go ahead and poke them.
It's really interesting as you get everyone set up. The reviews for this that I found online are so incredibly polarizing because you have the people who seem to be completely immune to pain, love it. And the people who aren't just abhor it. They say things like worst game on the platform and may have been responsible for destroying the Cool Borders franchise.
Okay, everybody, get all of your coolest emotes out. All of your snow emotes, anything that is related to Cool Borders or the Neo Geo.
Snowboarding, Yetis, polar bears, deer, snowballs, lava, volcanoes, landmines. There are landmines in this game.
Yeah. Landmines! As soon as I see movement, I will start a timer, so spam those emotes, please. Ooh, they get to choose Ken or June, huh?
Yes. I'm having them play on free ride mode. There's two modes, free ride and survival. Survival mode just throws you into a random assortment of obstacles, and whoever, in however long you live, that's how long you live. Free ride is a little different. You get stages starting with A1 up through B20 is what you have access to from the beginning. In the in-game screen here, you have this red timer at the top. If you finish the stage before that timer hits 0, you get a red star on that stage and can continue on to the next stage. And the winner is whoever gets the most. You also have a life meter up there that will drain incredibly fast. Falling into a hole will just make half of it disappear.
Oh, is that the top right meter, the little red?
Yeah, the red box is your life meter.
Okay.
So the controls, I do want to get into the controls because they are jank.
Well, it's isometric snowboarding.
It is isometric snowboarding. Left moves you up on the screen, right moves you down, and down plus left at the same time speeds you up, but only if you press them at the same time. If you hold left and then roll your thumb to down left, you will not speed up.
Wait, okay, left moves you up, right moves you down?
Yes.
I don't understand.
I believe they were trying to do a thing where you tank control, except it doesn't work right.
Okay,
so if you see people just seemingly turn the wrong way and smash into something, it's not that they don't know their right from their left, it's that the game doesn't know its right from its left.
What about if you just push down?
If you just push down, I believe that just sends you straight down, cardinal to the screen.
Wait, straight down? Okay.
Straight down.
What if you push up?
That does nothing. Oh, also you can't slow down. You have a minimum speed of 64 kilometers an hour. You cannot slow down any more than that, and as you can see from people's screens, that's pretty quick for how much you can see in front of you.
Yeah. I think I'm sort of figuring out a little bit how the controls sort of work. What you may have to picture is just that your character is sort of stuck in one specific spot, and what you're doing is controlling the camera instead. And essentially consider them like a dot on the screen that you just have to make sure doesn't touch anything.
It's an isometric game where you have tank controls relative to your character, but your character can't really turn. It's so bad.
Takaru typing in Discord, what fresh hell is this? And it's called Kuso6rande, okay? I was telling people that we're here to make you suffer. And Tristan, you're dishing it out.
So I want to tell a little story here. I threw this out in the GM chat because I wanted to double check with Corndan if the Kuso6rande RetroArch supported Neo Geo Pocket Color out of the box, because I made mods to my install and I wasn't sure anymore. And he said no. And I'm like, okay, that's weird. Tempestral came in and said, what are you giving out on the Neo Geo? I had played the entire library and couldn't find a single bad game on it.
Well,
here we are. Okay, so Takaru finished A1 with time left, can now move on to A2, which is more of the same but worse, and now you have snowballs trying to roll you down from behind. Takaru also ran into this green snowboarder on the track. If you run into the green snowboarder, it poisons you and reverses your controls.
It poisons you and reverses your... What? What?
So while a snowboarder is
I'm so offended by everything in this. I am so
it
upset.
Reverses your controls. There's an additional obstacle in the form of the snowman. If you hit the snowman, two things happen. One, you can no longer turn while you're snowmanned. Two, you accelerate and cannot slow down.
Wait, you go faster? How long does the snowman last?
Every time I hit it, I die. I don't know.
Oh my gosh, this is so bad. This is so very bad.
So we've got an hour of this.
I love this. Wait, Takaru's up to A3, it looks like.
Takaru's killing it. One of the things I was worried about was I had trouble getting the hang of the controls, especially the jumping. I was stuck on A01 for a while. One of the things that's complicated about the jumping is you can't tap the button. You hold the button down and your snowboarder begins to like slowly squat down like they're doing one of those strength training exercises, and only when they've reached the very bottom of their squat can you let go of the button and jump. That takes about, I want to say, 1.5 seconds to fully charge a jump, which when you're moving at 64 kilometers an hour is a full pass of the screen. Additionally, while you are charging a jump, you cannot turn.
Well, that's nice.
No,
not nice. So, just so everybody knows, you know, this company, UEP Systems, did make the other Cool Borders games, and mostly that's what they focused on, but they also made Rising Zan, the Samurai Gunman, which is possibly one of the funniest PS2 games I've played. I think it's PS2. Might have been PS1. It's hilarious anyway. Yeah, PS1. Definitely recommended because it gives you the all button events rather than just quick time events. Just gotta mash every single button.
I feel so bad because we're 5 minutes in and everyone has raged in the racer chat.
Why is this track so long? I can't seem to figure this out. Jump is weird. Jump is the only thing consistent from the other games. Well, I think the jump is clever.
SNK managed to convince the developers of the Cool Border series to break their exclusivity with Sony to make this, and this is what resulted. And part of the crime of this is, in development of Cool Borders Pocket, the writing was on the wall that the Neo Geo Pocket Color was reaching the end of its life. So the story, as I understand it, is they rushed this to production to get it out before the console was just completely defunct. And it shows. This is extremely rough, it's extremely rude, and it's not very well designed around the idea of you can just fall down anywhere. There are certain places where you'll go down a pit and you'll respawn immediately in front of the pit with no time to do anything, and you game over.
Or here's a theory. Sony was like, how can we destroy Neo Geo? And they're like, hey, Cool Borders people, go and make a game for the Neo Geo. They even did the laugh. And then bam, this is what they made.
This
Cool
is what
Borders
happened.
Pocket. This was the producer for this game, by the way. This was their last game that they produced. So I have reason to believe that I wasn't correct. Yeah, the director, also the last game that they directed. Oh no. How about programmers? Programmers, at least you had a job after this, right? Hiroshi Sasaki, no, this was the last game that he programmed, but he did do some design for Ace Combat, and then was also a director for Resident Evil 2, so hey, okay, he at least escaped. He escaped. What about this other programmer, Kenichi Iguchi? After Cool Borders Pocket went on to program Dragon Quest of the Stars for Android, iPad, and iPhone. Oh no.
Never heard of that.
It came out in 2019.
I've never had this much derision about a game I've given out ever in Kuso6rande. I don't know if I should be proud or ashamed.
How about this other programmer, Tomoyoshi Furuya? This was the last game he programmed. Oh my gosh, this was the career-ending game for a lot of people. Holy crap.
Like I said, this was also the second to last or last game on the NGPC, and was either the second to last or last game in the Cool Borders franchise entirely. This game is the kiss of death.
Yeah, I mean, there's one person here who ended up moving from this to doing planning for some of the Final Fantasy 15 DLC. Yeah, actually had some fairly successful games in there, including the 2012 Thundercats game.
Okay, work with me on this. There's a Nintendo DS game. It's a weird survival horror thing, and the entire story behind it is the development team from an RPG got like cursed by the game and started dying. I don't remember the name of it.
It's called Cool Borders Pocket for the Neo Geo Pocket Color.
Well, no, it's like the game devs for this game are just all cursed and they all start dying, and you eventually have to like find the prototype code for the game and go into the game and talk to like a ghost that possessed it.
Oh my gosh.
And I think that's what happened here. Nanashi no Game, yeah, that's
Nanashi no Game. No game?
I think it's Game, but I don't know. I don't claim to be anything but American as hell.
Also called Gameless Name, or the Game with No Name. First-person survival horror video game developed by Epix, published by Square Enix for the DS.
Yeah, so I think that's what happened here, is this game, this Cool Borders Pocket, is cursed, and all of these developers just disappeared after they worked on it.
They did! Like, they're so... Like, one person may have survived.
Okay, so what we have to do is, bro, we have to send you into Cool Borders Pocket to talk to the ghost that cursed this game.
Does anybody ROM hack Neo Geo Pocket Color games? You know, asking chat, this is the most likely chat to answer yes. So if nobody says yes, then I'm just gonna assume nobody has done it. Doe Wolf, you plead the fifth? Oh my gosh, of course. If anybody would have, it would be Doe Wolf.
Thanks, RBW.
Okay, yeah, Tomoyuki Osumi. Last game was Cool Borders Pocket. Like, there's so many. It's just over and over and over. Okay, Rising Zan, Cool Borders Pocket, career ended. Bam. How about the sound and music composer, huh? Atsunori Namba worked after Cool Borders Pocket on Sean Palmer's Pro Snowboarder, then bam, gone. Same for the other person. Oh my gosh, they have... Maybe this person is just two people fused into one body because they worked on literally the same 5 games. The people who did the audio for this game.
Let me interrupt you for a second. Takeru got to a part of the game with the landmines. They're just like little tiny shadows on the ground, and if you snowboard over them, they explode and kill you.
Wait, what? Okay, why would you put landmines in a snowboarding, like, slope? Why would you put it on the mountain? That's dumb. Kids are gonna die. People are gonna get poisoned. Okay, Keita Doi, who did PR for this game. Last game. Even the PR person didn't survive this avalanche.
Bro, is this the most cursed game that's ever been on Kuso6rande?
This is pretty cursed because there are 3 people who worked on PR for this game, and 2 out of 3 of them career ended immediately after this. One of them, though, managed to move on to promote Super Dragon Ball Z, Battle Stadium DON, Tekken 7 did marketing for that, Pac-Man Championship Edition 2. Like, okay, so like, it's about a 1 out of 10 survival rate for this game. And that's not great. That's a very low percentage.
That's reverse decimation.
Yeah.
More efficient than, Nero.
I mean, I'm glad that the supervisor for this game did move on to be the associate director for Dance Dance Revolution Hottest Party.
Oh, good. That's a feather in your cap.
I don't know. I think I'd rather put this on my resume.
I murdered a popular intellectual property in its heyday. Yeah.
Yeah. I
mean,
can
I don't
do
know
it to
how
your
popular
game too.
Cool Borders was at this point, but the original Cool Borders and Cool Borders 2 were pretty popular in their day.
Okay, how about Wii Smash Bros. Or the Wii U Smash Bros.
Okay.
Because
valid.
Yeah, one of the producers for that was the director for this game. So he survived. Okay. Like, it seems like mostly supervisors survived and everybody else died. They died.
So, Clone Baron just finished up, I think that was AO1. Let's see, I can tell once they...
Even the executive producers banned Final Game, and they only worked on like 3 or 4 games total. Yeah.
Yeah, that was AO1.
They went to the farm. Okay.
So I'm gonna be real honest with you here.
Yeah.
Because this is a snowboarding game, you are going down a snowy mountain. Everything looks kind of samey. I'm not gonna have any idea who's in the lead. My fallback plan, if Kate's clairvoyance falls short on being able to ref this one, which I would not blame him if that's the case, is to have the racers just go through their stage select after the race is over.
I've
so
got
that
a
we
few...
can see how many red stars everyone has.
Yeah, that's definitely a good idea. I've got a few things to complain about. Okay, first, why are there seals on this mountain?
They were just... They're looking for the club.
Airdropped?
They turned the wrong way when they were heading to the club.
Not funny. Not funny, Tristan. I know you're trying to joke here.
I'm not trying very hard.
Funny. It's a little funny. But yeah, like, the seals should probably stay near the ocean and not climb the mountain. Maybe it was like Operation Dumbo Drop, but for seals.
Maybe they were deliberately airdropped here. Maybe this is a whole lot like Battle Royale, the Japanese movie, where this mountain is deliberately built to be as dangerous as possible.
Yeah, and it's kids versus seals and polar bears. Which, to be fair, the seals seem to be deadlier than the polar bears. I'm not sure how I feel about the, like, puffs of air, though. What do those do?
So, what those do... What has happened here is a witch is loose on the mountain and has cast a summoning circle to summon the essence of 1010's fart wall. And they push you around. And typically push you into the most inconvenient locations possible.
Yeah.
Yeah, Battle Royale was so incredibly messed up, but I kind of enjoy it anyway because I saw it at a very interesting time of my life, and I kind of tie
I
the
need to
interesting
watch.
time of my life together with it.
I need to watch it sometime, like, because it's been so influential. I've just never seen it.
It's something. Yeah, I've only seen the movie. I haven't read the book. Essence of Tintin's fart wall is another one of those "a wizard did it" spells that you wish just never happened.
Oh, Tintin. Like, if you hadn't scaled the fart wall, nobody would have known about it, Tintin.
It's like Melchior's essence of fart wall. Is it like a 5th level spell?
Yeah, what components do you need for that?
Burrito.
It's gonna say a big can of refried beans. Oh.
The obstacles that Glumbaron are passing right now, I don't know what these are. They're just like circles that appear in the ground and then explode upward with like whale spouts. I guess the presumption is you're snowboarding on ice and the ice is thin.
Okay.
No, those aren't the landmines. The landmines are much smaller and are visibly like buried bumps in the snow.
Huh.
Those are, I don't know what. Like geysers under the ice or something.
This mountain has problems, like some severe problems.
This may be Cheyenne Mountain. I'm not sure.
Cheyenne Mountain? What's Cheyenne Mountain?
Where Stargate SG-1 takes place. Heavily defended military complex. Shoot on sight if you're trespassing here.
Oh, okay. Gotcha. Oh, over in Colorado, okay. Apparently, this is actually a fairly common place in science fiction. Okay, I actually didn't know.
Yeah, Stargate takes place. That's where the SG command, Stargate command, is in SG-1.
They actually have a Stargate command room in the Cheyenne Mountain complex. It specifically is a broom closet, so...
Good.
I love it. They call it... Yeah, that's perfect.
I like that. The cool boarders are actually trying to infiltrate the base. Now, if I've learned anything, what you have to do is you have to get too many people together for the military to stop, and you all have to Naruto run.
I mean, snowboarding also works. Like, that's faster than Naruto. Pretty sure. Have you ever been snowboarding, by the way?
No, I've literally never seen snow with my actual eyeballs.
Wait, really?
I've never been north of the California border. And
Okay.
I've never been up on the mountain.
Like, snowboarding is actually kind of fun, even if you don't know how to do it. If you don't know how to snowboard very well, you're going to fall down every 5 or 10 feet. But it still ends up being somewhat fun, because every once in a while, you manage to stand for, like, more than 3 seconds.
That
And
was me learning the rollerblade.
yeah, I can't rollerblade. I can ice skate a little bit. Maybe I can rollerblade. I don't know. I also don't have super strong ankles, so I don't really care too much for anything that can twist your ankle easily. Because
Oh no! Talkery.
Can you Naruto snowboard? Oh, for sure. All you have to do is bend over and put your arms behind you, and then you go super fast.
The most recent hot take from the runner chat is, I donated to polar bear conservation as a kid. I want my money back.
Oh, yeah, that's right. Yet another Rosentia stream that makes people want to destroy endangered species. Well,
Considering you run into one every 4 feet, I'm not convinced they're endangered in this world. Why are there landmines in a... Why are there landmines on a hecking, ski slope? I caught myself.
good job. Well, that's a game over for GarPG, but I think That is completely expected. Like, I have no idea who's doing the best.
I do believe at this point Takaru
Well,
is
okay,
in front.
okay. I've got an idea for Takaru, but out of everybody else,
Yeah,
I love that KM Mouse, or KM Lone Mouse Wolf, is saying, essentially, upon further inspection, the deer may be puppers.
maybe they're wolf deer.
Wolf deer. Rah! Oh my gosh, I do not want to see a wolf deer hybrid. Seriously. I'd be scared. I don't want to be scared. Got plenty of other things in my life to scare me, like bills.
Oh, you can take a combination of any two animals and it's someone's persona.
Yeah, that's true. Okay, yeah, welcome to furries that you can take a combination of any 5 animals and it's already somebody's persona. Yeah, that's just how it goes.
They're at least all represented in one commission.
Yeah.
You may not want to see it, but they're represented.
Yeah, you ever want to see a wolf octopus? Well, I can refer you over to Blizzard... I guess it's a fox. Okay, Blizzard Fox over on Twitter. Because, yeah, I'm not sure why there are tentacles there, but there are.
Someone please quote that last sentence. I'm begging you. Why does this happen every time I GM?
Okay, but seriously, I'm sending you this picture, Tristan. Look,
Oh no.
Look. Where are you? Tristan.
Where am I?
Where am I? What am I? There, see?
Oh, that's a displacer wolf.
What
It's
does
not
that
a wolf
mean?
octopus. It's a displacer beast, except it's a wolf.
What's a displacer beast?
It's a Dungeons and Dragons thing. It's a feline, like a big cat with tentacles on its shoulders, and it's always 6 feet to the left of where it appears to be.
Oh, okay, I found pictures. This definitely has more suckers than any of the displacer beast pictures I'm finding.
Well, that's just the furry bleeding through. Don't worry about it.
Wait, it's furry because it's got more suckers?
I'm gonna pick this conversation up and move it somewhere else, and we're gonna go back to the game before we regret where this is going.
That's probably for the best. Probably for the best.
Does anyone have any guess whatsoever at who's in the lead?
Takaru. Yeah, there we go. That's my guess. My life's weird, okay? Well, I don't know. I think most people here have a somewhat weird life. But, yeah, I kind of like just being able to chill. Like, because I've got, like, 1 foot in the fandom and 1 foot out because I don't interact with it too much. And so I'm going to have these weird conversations now. And guess what? The more octopus tentacles you have, the more of a furry you are. That is what we have learned today.
Ugh. Supposed to be having spaghetti for dinner tonight, and that's no. I'm changing my plans.
Nothing like that.
Has anyone but Takaru reached the farts? There are farts in AO2, so yes, other people have reached the farts.
Just not the same farts.
Just not the same farts.
Yeah, those were kidney beans. These are refried beans.
I just realized the snowman is like blinking when you ride by it, and that kind of creeps me out a little bit.
I hate that the ice river is blinking because I don't understand it. Like, it pushes
flowing.
you down, but it's definitely not still wet. Like,
It's flowing, and it's just represented in a really bad way. That's the only explanation I can come up with.
I mean, that's pretty much everything in this game so far. Yeah, like, sure, you don't have any animation except for the animals. I understand. Maybe it, you know, resource intensive to make a few sprites move. No, the lava moves. They could have made the water move. Gosh.
Okami, I'm not going to go into any detail, but I can recall exactly one instance where we had an After Dark stream here, and it was it was pretty horrifying.
I have no idea what you're talking about. And out of context. What?
Monster Prom.
Oh yeah, Monster Prom's pretty good. I like that.
We had the Monster Prom stream here. Okami was in chat saying they were wondering what like an OOC or an After Dark Kuso6rande would look like, and we've done that once.
Yeah, we've had Monster Prom a few times, which is great. I love Monster Prom. It would actually be somewhat, I don't know. Yeah, this stream is generally intended for families and such, but I would entertain the idea of having something that's a little less, a little more for the mature crowd, and
I have never heard that acronym expanded that way before.
For the family is banned crowd, you know.
The family is banned crowd. I like the sound of that.
Yeah. The family is banned crowd. Maybe allow my cousin in, but that's it. That's it. Otherwise, family is banned from those specific streams. I don't know. Maybe. Maybe one day.
I made a joke with my friends before this race that every time I GM, the conversation goes especially in the gutter, and for some reason that seems to hold true.
Yeah, it pretty much does. Yeah. Well, look at what we're watching, okay? Like, I believe Takeru is in the lead. Other than that, I don't know. There's flashing rivers, there are polar bears, there are inappropriately placed seals. Like, GarPG might be on the same stage, but might not be. I just really can't tell because this game sucks. And everybody who played this ended up dying, like, within a year. It's like opening the Pharaoh's tomb, you know?
Yeah.
This was the tomb.
I do have a certain panache for going places I shouldn't and then ending up in weird situations, like being in a voice call with you and talking about what we've been talking about. For the most part, my approach to this has been everything looks samey, enjoy the death. We're giggling at the racers, like hot taking what's going on here. And eventually at the end of the race, we will get people to show us the stage select and we'll decide who wins.
Oh my gosh, Takeru's like, all the levels seem to be made of pieces rearranged, and all the puzzle pieces have a crude drawing of a middle finger on them.
Very accurate.
Yeah, that sounds about right. So, GarPG is probably taking a little bit of a breather. He said that his hand is hurting from holding down left.
Yeah, so again, down left is how you accelerate, which there are jumps that you can only make if you accelerate going into them, and there are stages that you can only make the time limit if you accelerate.
How could you put lava on your mountain for the snowboarders? What kind of sadistic ski resort are you? Huh? Actually, then again, when I worked for a company here in Utah, the CEO ended up buying a ski resort, you know, just because he could. And I imagine that if he were feeling particularly quirky one day, he could possibly throw some lava up there.
Poor Gar. Gar was lining up for one of those jumps, moving at full speed, and rode by a tree that decided to just tip over and clobber him, take all his speed, and then he got character control back and just went down the pit because he had no time to jump. The trees, by the way, at random will decide to fall over onto you, and if they're the trees that fall over, it doesn't matter what side you pass them on, they will fall in your direction.
Oh my gosh, Time Wanderer is saying, okay, if you have to keep holding down left for the entire game, I'm prepared to rescind my earlier statement that this looks fun.
I challenge you to just try it before making a judgment on if it's fun or not. It is so incredibly frustrating to just have to sit down and try to get past a level when this happens.
Do you like it though?
I was frustrated by it.
Wow, if Tristan doesn't like it, you know it's bad.
3 matches too late to me.
Yeah, if you would have had the first match of the day, Tristan, you could have made Time Wanderer suffer through this, but instead, you had to make other friends suffer.
It's funny, too, because I was thinking about taking the first match of today, and I decided not to.
RPG just said in Discord, by the way, 30 minutes to go, and I still don't know how jump works.
Yeah.
Yeah!
Yeah.
You know what's funny about that? I don't think RPG is very far behind, if behind at all.
No. No. The last I checked, I believe we have at least one racer still on AO2, which is, the second level.
Oh my gosh. Okay, here we go. Yeah, for sure, we're gonna have to have the players go back to the level select to show us how far they made, because I have absolutely no idea. But Takaru has made it to a level where the mountain is still trying to kill you, I guess. Because I saw snowballs. AO8. We're only on the 8th track for Takaru. These tracks are so short, but oh my gosh. This is something. Yeah, it seems like it's just a lot of memorization later on once you start having to jump through a lot of stuff. Oh, there was a poison skier. Good dodge there, Takaru. Always good. Oh, unfortunately slipped on the ice. You can go across a running river, but you can't go across ice. Oh, yeah. The heaven forbid you touch ice, you're on your butt.
Looks like chat is taking up the mantle of assisting in scoring this mess, and has reported that KM has just started stage 5.
Cool.
Is that a manhole? A manhole is as good of a theory as any, is what that is. I just presumed it was ice and a weak spot in it, but I don't know. It kills you. Gar just got run over by a rock rolling downhill. Okay, sure.
Manhole hand hook Carl. Quality commentary here on Kuso6rande, everybody.
Oh no, even Cadus is confused. I think we're all doomed.
Yeah, we don't really... This game is certainly one that's out there. Like, here's the deal. I've played bootlegs that play better than this. Like, a lot of bootlegs that play better than this.
Mm-hmm.
Like, that, that I don't understand how the jumping works on them, but it definitely works better than the jumping in this.
Yeah.
Cool borders.
Oh no, Gar. There is a master class in just how fast this game can decide you die. Gar just went down 3 holes in a row because he kept getting respawned right in front of another hole. You're snowboarding down a mountain forever. Yes.
Oh my gosh. I found a review on Game FAQs talking specifically about Cool Borders Pocket, reviewing it, and they're like, man, here's a game that seems to get trashed by everyone who plays it. People criticize it for not having enough options or variety, or they say it plays like Paperboy on crack, or that you have to play each course to the point of memorization if you want to get to the end. Not true, not true, not true. More options would be nice, I suppose, but what's there is fine. And while I see the Paperboy comparison, I always liked Paperboy. I think Cool Borders is a good game. Apparently, I'm the only one. Yep. I mean, considering how many people literally died after this game came out.
I've seen 2 positive reviews for this game. One of them was what you just read. The other one was someone who claimed that they played this for 15 hours in one sitting and never got bored.
That's well, I played Athena for 8 hours in a row before, but guess what? That was 8 hours of suffering and tears, and I think that would be the same with this game. The person continues to say, I guess the difference is that I'm not in love with the super deep and complex games that are so popular today. I grew up on Pac-Man, Mega Mania, and Tetris, and those are the games I still love. Oh yeah, just not a Fallout fan, I see. Yeah. Games you can pick up and play in an instant, no character stats or battle systems or move lists to memorize. Just turn them on and let your higher brain functions wither away. That's what Cool Borders Pocket is all about. Tell you what, got a few other things withering because of this. Like, never mind. Wait, I love that they gave the game a 6 out of 10, but then rated it a 4 out of 10 on the official rating, so, eh. So, either they clicked on the wrong number when they submitted the rating, or they just were like, nobody's gonna read my review. Unless I talk about, or unless I give it a low rating, and then people can find out how much I love this game. If they click on it, yeah. Sound, 5 out of 10. And basic beeps and scratches for the sound effects and monotonous BGMs. Plus, there's only one song per stage, so you have to listen to the same song for 20 courses. Or turn it off. You know, did they give it a 5 out of 10 because you can turn off the sound and just not listen to the game?
Yeah, if you're giving advice to turn the music off, you're not... that does not deserve a 5 out of 10. Takaru is on stage 10, by the way, which is baffling.
Oh my gosh. Replay value, though, they gave it a 7. Once you've gotten best times on all the courses, you probably won't really want to go back and try to beat your own times. But thank goodness for the survival mode. It's also fun trying to beat someone else's best times. Too bad there's no name or initial entry. I actually will go ahead and say props to them for making a randomly generated ski slope.
Yeah, that's survival mode. That's why I couldn't give that out as a race, is it's random. It's all of the components from the 20 stages just mixed up together.
PG finished a stage, yes, no, moving on to the next one. What?
Gar crashed into the goalpost.
Oh, yeah. Wait, is Gar just continuing? Does that go to the next stage if you hit continue?
Oh, no, Gar is doing the same stage over and over again.
Did you tell them how to switch?
I told them to proceed to the next stage, not... Oh, no.
Has Gar only been playing A1 the entire time?
Yeah, Gar only has 2 points. Like, at the end of every stage, it gives you points, and he's still got 2 points.
Other players have figured out how to move on to the next stage. So,
yeah,
would it be fair?
I think he's been doing this for 40 minutes. I think it's fair.
Fair to tell him?
Fair to tell him, yeah.
Okay. If you haven't been doing this when you beat a track, go to select course and choose the next one.
So the reason I'm not super... I don't want to say it's his fault, but the reason why I'm not super duper like, oh god, we have to scrub the match, is it tells you you're not gaining any points if you redo a match, or a level. You don't gain the points.
How... Okay. Did you let them know that... Oh my gosh, I think RPG got my message. Select course.
Yeah, it doesn't go on to the next one. Yeah. Yeah. Oh no. Oh. Everyone else figured it out, and the verbiage I specifically used was when you get a red star in a stage, or I'm sorry, when you beat the stage, within the time limit, you get a red star in stage select. You can then go to the next one.
Okay. You should have pinned that, Tristan.
It's in a text file I sent to them all.
Oh, if it's in a text file that you sent to them all.
Yeah.
Did everybody get the text file?
Yes.
Oh, okay. Well, in that case, yeah. Okay, let me take a look at the README here. Oh my gosh, what a nightmare here. Okay.
Yeah.
Okay, start with AA1 and proceed forward. Once you complete a stage in time, you get a red star on the stage select. Once a stage is red starred, you may move to the next. You get no credit for finishing a stage with 0 seconds left on the clock. Okay.
So I didn't specifically say you have to go to the next one, but I don't know. That's iffy.
Oh. Yeah, yeah. Everybody...
There is the implication there that you should be going back to stage select, but in the multiple redrafts I made of that paragraph to try to make it all clear, I made it less clear.
Oh, no. Yeah, I do think that, you know, the other competitors did figure it out, and...
So my thought on it is, when you finish, you get ranking points based on having finished the stage with enough time left. And
yeah.
Gar was not getting additional points after the first completion.
I do think that Chad is right that it would be good, like, if you're told that you need to get a red star on the stage select, then going and checking the stage select would probably be a good idea once you complete the first track.
Yeah. In my defense, I am an engineer, which means I am bad at writing documentation.
But yeah, unfortunately that's going to happen to everybody at one point or another. It's just so like it's extremely difficult to completely always get exactly what's needed to be done over to the players. And unfortunately, none of us could really tell that GarPG was on the same stage over and over again.
Does anyone know how many times he looped stage 1? Anyone in chat may have been watching him more intently than we were.
Yeah, the thing is, GarPG is not over yet. We've got 15 minutes.
I am curious to find that out, because if he only looped it once or twice, I think it's well within the realm of, oh, maybe that maybe that's not that big of a deal.
Yeah, but, it could be a very big setback.
Yeah.
But yeah, I think that in general, we don't try to give information that benefits a specific person, but staying back and, you know, taking a while to give information that all of the other players have figured out, it's not you know, they have still suffered enough, I feel.
So Gar has taken off like a bullet after getting that little bit of information, has done 3 stages in the past 6 minutes.
Yep.
Well, 2 stages. So yeah,
Takadu is on to A13.
That's amazing.
Yeah. How do you... Oh my gosh. Takadu just always blows my mind, though. Like, I'm not really surprised. Out of all the players here, Takadu is kind of like the person I would expect to surprise me. Expect to surprise me? That's not how it works. Nah.
You can expect to be surprised and not understand how or to what degree, and then be surprised by the degree to which you're surprised.
Yeah, the degree to which I'm surprised is that Takadu can actually play Cool Borders Pocket on the Neo Geo Pocket Color. Do 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 do.
Yeah, at this point, Takaru has basically run away with this. This being a 5-point match, I believe we're looking at 2 eliminations. So there's one opening left for progression.
No, there is 1 elimination
One
here.
elimination? Okay.
Yes, because they need at least 9 points to move on. The person who takes third today will have 10 points.
Okay, so then there are 2 openings left.
Yes.
Gar could still make a decent run at this then.
Yes.
So I feel like however much time Gar lost in looping stage 1 is a fair penalty for having missed the detail, in that I will cop to the fact that it was a little vague.
Yeah, I feel like if things are said explicitly, I'm not going to go and repeat things, but if it could be a misinterpretation based off of what was said, then it's fair to give, to give more specific information. We have had people blatantly ignore specific instructions that say very clearly what they're supposed to do. And yeah, this is a case where correcting the information, I feel, is fine.
Yep.
By the way, Cadus is bringing up a good point. Even if you do waste time on early levels, it's not fully wasted because you do start to learn the mechanics of how the game works. So finally getting past the first stage actually opens up a pretty good opportunity. If you know what to look out for and how to control the board a little bit better than before, you definitely can make a comeback. Yeah, there's a lot that you have to memorize, but possibly not as much as I've been thinking.
Gar has gone into full-on speed mode, has just pressed down and left, and has not let go of those buttons for most of the course now. It's rather shocking how risky they're playing, and it's paying off.
I think he needs to, though.
Yeah.
In order to have a chance at staying in the tournament, yeah.
After that tip, he probably thinks he's in dead last by like 20 stages, and it's not that dire, but it is a little dire.
Yeah, just so you know, I did at all of the competitors. I do not try to give any information specifically to one person because, simply put, some people don't know that they're doing something wrong. Everybody needs to get the same information. And there have been times that I've done this, and they just continue to ignore the little piece that would help their specific situation. And yeah, GarPG definitely took up some cues that, oh, I'm not doing this.
I think the part that horrified me the most was there was no response. He just instantly started doing the right thing, and I'm worried that we should count ourselves lucky that he doesn't have a hot microphone on him. I don't know his penchant for colorful language, but I know I would have dropped some key choice words if I had been in that situation.
It's GarPG, or is it RPG or PG that's important here? I don't know. Because if it's like a Yakuza RPG, then geez, yeah, it could be a little wild. A little wild over there.
Semi-randomized, no. These are the same motif for 20 stages, but they are the same organization of components. There is a mode that does semi-randomized stages though, but that's not the mode we're playing here.
We've got 9 minutes left. All the players need to make a good push to clear as many stages as possible. Honestly, it all depends on their strategy. Yes, there is a timer. I don't know how often it's possible to finish a stage with the timer running out. I don't know. Does that happen a lot? Is the timer actually strict in this?
It depends on the stage. In several stages that we've seen so far, at least from Takaru, you definitely have to be very liberal with the speed up to make it on time. And then there's also the fact that you can get stuck behind some of these ice walls without doing damage to yourself. And if you get stuck like that for a while, you can run out of time. But they're not arcade racer level of tight, no. But it's there. It's an ever-imposing thing on your mind. And then as you get into later courses, it probably gets more strict. I don't know. Takaru has gone so far past where I got. It's kind of horrifying. I went up through 10 just to be what I thought was absolutely sure no one else would get that far, and, well, I am a potato.
Don't be a potato, Tristan.
1 second to spare.
You know, one thing that I actually really love about this match is that while everybody was complaining to begin with, nobody's complaining now.
It's serious mode now.
Yeah, it is serious. They know that they have to push. And the thing is, like, the stages are short enough that every second that they have could be valuable. Honestly, you know, just being able to get some of your frustrations out can help, but this is serious mode, and you know, there's always a chance in this game. There's always a chance to make a little more progress.
Yeah, I do believe, aside from Takaru, everyone else is within like 1 or 2 stages of each other, and these are not long stages. It's 30 seconds to finish a round.
Yeah, chat, by the way, is mentioning that Takaru has been very liberal with the retry button. I don't know if I've seen other people use that option in the menu.
Not very often.
It is paying off for Takaru. Like, I don't know exactly. I'm going to be really interested in chatting with him to see exactly what his approach was to this game, because it's a different approach than I've usually seen.
In the beginning, Gar was going, like, upon making one mistake, would drive off of a cliff several times until they game over, but he has stopped doing that. He's trying to just get through stages and get as much info as he can to try to catch up.
There's also a retry button in the menu. Well, you know, or a retry option in the menu, but simply put, in the middle of a match, a lot of people don't check menus. And that would save...
put that in the notes.
What's that?
I specifically put the existence of the retry option in the notes.
Haha!
That one I know for sure is in there.
Yeah, and usually you don't think something little like that would matter too much. You know, dying doesn't... Flying off a cliff, honestly, is a pretty fast way of dying.
Yeah.
But...
Do the two player characters play the same? As far as I could tell from testing, yes. If one of the racers has determined a difference that I didn't see, shrug, but I didn't see one.
Anyways, the point was, there are some matches where just a few seconds matter. In the Mega Man game that we had earlier today, 5 seconds made a difference for 2 of the players here. With this game, it could also happen, considering how fast these levels go.
I'm just throwing out a message asking the racers to highlight the best stage they've completed when time is called.
Good, good, good. Do, 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 do. Okay, you know what? At first I thought the music was mediocre, but I find it a little charming. It's okay. Like, sections of it seem a little bit weird and feel a little Wizard of Oz-ish, but, you know.
God, Takaru's gotten to 18.
This is
I had
nuts.
put in the readme, if in the unlikely event you finish A20, you can start course B, and I kind of chuckled to myself when I put that in the notes, and look at this.
I mean, Tristan, you just never know, and we found that over and over and over again, that with players in Kuso6rande, sometimes they just pick up a game that for some reason works for them, even if they hate the game. Because Takaru has very much voiced their dislike of the game. They are still plowing through this, still doing extremely well.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I've come to expect it at this point. I was worried that we would have far more blockage on stage 1. I'm just like, no, I'm just gonna trust the racers for once.
Yeah, honestly, that's something that GMs have been doing a lot more, being like, nah, there's no way they're gonna do this. But in the highly unlikely case that they do, here is something for them to do after that. And honestly, having a completion isn't the worst thing in the world, you know? In fact, I think that it's great to have some shorter games that are completable in a relatively short amount of time. It's just fine to have backups so that, you know, the players get the full hour of suffering instead of just, what, like 50 minutes of suffering. You know? I wanted an hour. That wasn't an hour.
I consider it a winning case if someone finishes a game at like the 55-minute mark. Oh, excuse me. I don't know what that was.
I didn't hear it, so you're good.
Yeah, I had to mute for a moment. But yeah, if someone finishes at like the 55-minute mark, that's what I consider to be like the ideal result.
Ooh, Takaru just had a tree fall over on them. Yeah, honestly, I'm very interested in, you know, most cases we have people start right at the very beginning of the game. And I don't think we've really seen any cases where that hasn't been the case. There are some longer games, though, that do get significantly more difficult partway through. And, you know, that's something that maybe we could throw around at some point, starting partway through a game rather than necessarily just at the beginning, especially for games that we've had multiple times and that, like, people get nowhere near clearing.
Interesting idea.
Yeah.
I think Gar is unfortunately a little walled on this stage.
Yeah.
We got about 30 seconds left.
I mean, there's still enough time to clear 1 or 2 stages.
There absolutely is.
For people. Like, they're not very long.
I know a while ago KM started, I'm talking like 30 minutes ago, KM started stage 5. I don't know if KM ever escaped stage 5. This still looks like 5 to me on their screen.
Okay, GarPG, you could clear this stage right here in the next 5 seconds, and you did. Bam! The hour is here. The match is over. GarPG clearing that stage. Let's see how many people have cleared. It looks like we have 4 clears for GarPG. Yeah, Takaru, basically, we know you won. Okay? We know it.
Okay, so KM finished 5. Gar
finished 4. Glum Baron has finished 5.
And Takaru, we don't talk about that.
This is ridiculous. Like, absolutely ridiculous. I'm gonna go ahead and message Takaru.
We don't need to see it. It's fine. We know.
Takaru's like, oops, my bad. I'm letting Takaru know to come join General Voice after checking. Yeah, like, this is ridiculous. Absolutely ludicrous. So, good job.
Oh, man.
As Chad is saying, Takaru finished more stages than the other 3 players. No, 5, 10, 11, 12. Yeah, it's true. My gosh.
I'm letting Cadus sort this out because I knew there's no way I'd be able to keep up with it. Everything looks the same.
Yeah. It's just wondering who managed to beat A5 first, Glum Baron or KM. One of them will be in second and one will be in third.
Third course? What? That wasn't supposed to happen.
Okay, Takaru will be coming to chat with us in just a minute. Well, Yeah, other players here are shocked. Kim did 18, and yeah, they are just like blown away by how Tagaru did. This was unrealistic, absolutely ludicrous job, but a great ridiculous job. Well, I'm just waiting for Tagaru to come chat with us because I would really like to hear their opinions about this game. I do not think it's a good game. I do not think it is at all. But
no, it's not.
It's interesting.
Usually I can see a kernel of, positivity of good things in most of the games we have here, but this is so frustrating. It was such an unfun experience for me to play. And of course I came here and made 4 other people play it for an hour.
Oh, yeah. Yeah.
I don't usually like inflicting that level of pain on people, but this one was just... We don't get sports games here often because it's really hard to find a sports game that will gel with the 1-hour race format, and I had to take the shot.
Well, it's also, there are a lot of sports games out there that are relatively luck-based, depending on if the computer is actually able to function as a sports team or not. You weren't really going up against AI, so it's a lot more doable. Okay. Tagaru might not be able to get things working, which I'll go ahead and give him them about a minute or so just to get it all cleared up and see if we can get them live.
It turned out to be, and this is something I find myself saying very often, that turned out to be a much better race than I thought it was going to be. Like, I didn't think it was going to be a bad race, but it turned out to be a really fun one. Just so much death.
Yeah. It's interesting. Glumbaron is saying that they actually enjoyed this game. Tristan?
Like I said, clearly some people see stuff in this.
I wouldn't let... yeah, this definitely isn't my jam. But good that other people have had some enjoyment with it. Cam is saying the controls are weird, health system is pretty unfair, but I had fun. Interesting. I actually thought that the stages are pretty ridiculous because you can probably go about 3 seconds before dying in some cases, and it's really impressive to see a full death that quickly in a video game when you're actually trying to play the game.
Yeah, you can just fall down a pit, get replaced right behind another pit, and then a third time and you're dead, and it's over.
It's like Darkman syndrome, we have it confirmed. Apparently Glum beat KM to reaching 5 red stars. So Glum takes second, KM takes third, and GarPG, totally not your fault. You are eliminated from Kuso6rande. I'm really glad that you played this year. Hopefully you're able to come back next year. Yeah, that is rough. And Takaru, I see Takaru. Hello there. If you are here.
Uh-oh.
Well, if it doesn't end up working, that's completely fine. We're just happy with how you did because that was ridiculous. Absolutely. Wait. GarPG, what I'm saying, well, the course select thing, partially, I wouldn't necessarily say not his fault. It's just, you never really know if a game is going to gel with you or not,
Okay, so that was 10 seconds of an issue. So I caught Gar cycling course 1 the first time he cycled course 1.
That's actually really nice that that happened.
Uh-oh.
Yeah, Takaru, unfortunately isn't able to talk to us, saying that he can't hear us if anyone's talking. I think we're probably gonna just call it then. Seriously, that was a great job by completely fine. Let me go ahead. Tristan, thank you so much for giving this game out. I love that you were able to come and give this game out. Despite how much I complained about it, I'm glad that people enjoyed it. And that's the thing with bad video games. I believe that a bad game doesn't mean an unfun game. We need more games that are shorter, that are cheaper, that have worse graphics. And that's it. Yeah. And this game...
Smaller dev teams on a smaller budget.
Yeah, and preferably games where your whole dev team doesn't suddenly die right after... right after completing them. Let's see. I think we're gonna go raid somebody now. So let's do the raid. We've got 2 more matches coming tomorrow as well. So please come back if you would like to see some more Kuso6rande. Don't make a sport on Tuesday as well if you would like to submit a game to play for that. That exclamation point DMUB. We love to have more people show up. My sister, Essentia, is actually doing some runs of games using the BizHawk Shuffler, so let's go ahead and raid her.
Takaru does have one thought to leave us off with.
Yeah?
Someone needs to be fired at OSHA for letting this course go through.
It's true. Yeah, I completely agree. Well, let's go raid Essentia, everybody. Do we have a good raid message?
Not from... I don't think my game had any text.
Let's see. Yeah, yours... Nope, didn't. Lots of cliffs.
Yeah, mostly cliffs.
Was there one from Barbarian? Oh my gosh. Your life is forfeit. Ooh, she'll like that. Go tell my sister your life is forfeit. Or your game is forfeit? You have not scored. That's true. Nah, let's just do your life is forfeit, okay? That'll be good. Bam, 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 bam. Everybody, I will see you tomorrow for more Kuso6rande. Take care and have a great rest of your day. See ya, Tristan.
See ya.
Bye.